welcome back to the channel. Real quick before we actually get into the episode that I'm currently still editing, so we have some time. I just want to give Duff a shout out for his response to my response, and more not just giving a shout out for him doing it, but for him just linking my channel and doing all the extra that he did just to promote my channel. Like, he didn't have to do that. Duff, I know you didn't have to do that, and I really, really appreciate that. You know, helping my channel grow. I mean, you're Mr. 10,000 subscribers, so the fact that you even took time to respond is like, you know, I appreciate that. Currently editing the new episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. Obviously, there will be multiple topics on there, as you've probably seen the thumbnail. So I just want to, put that in there that there's going to be a lot of topics in this one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the new episode. Also, if you stick around to the end, I will put another of my TV appearances. This one was for the Discovery Channel, the Brain Games show. And this one actually had the comedian George Wallace on there as a special guest. I'll throw that in at the end. I didn't want to start the video off with another one of my TV things, so I just figured I'd throw it at the end, and whoever wants to stick around or fast forward, maybe I'll put the timestamp of where you can get it. Go check it out. Also, as you see, I'm rocking my Real Life Rally shirt. Shouts to Black Cobra. Shouts to everybody who went to the Real Life Rally event. Awesome time. Cannot wait for another one. Actually, Cobra's chefing up another event. I think he's going to do this one on the weekend. So you guys make sure you pay attention and stay tuned when that comes up, so that way everyone can attend. And that's it. I just wanted to start this video off giving Duff his praise is due. I appreciate it, brother. And yeah, like I said, just if you guys want to see some more of my TV appearances, stick around to the end. And let's just get into this whole Vice thing, and also, my whole dilemma with the wheels. It's in the video. All right, peace. Gang. How's everyone doing? I hope that everyone is doing extremely well. Welcome back to the channel. This episode is going to be a little bit different. Quite a few topics I want to run down in a little bit of time that I have here, so I don't want to waste too much time. But the other day, as I usually do, YouTube's playing in the background, especially when I'm around the house doing chores, washing dishes, things like that. And I think one of the old videos from my history came up, which was Vice's video basically about the most infamous dirt bike rider in New York City. I think that the title was. What was so crazy about this video, because like I said, my eyes aren't on, I'm just listening to it. But, I was hearing this guy talk about dirt bike life culture and, how it's in its infancy stage, and, how all these strangers get together and they don't know, these people from Adam, but when they get together and congregate, everyone's your brother. And the similarities between that and the EUC lifestyle world sport was, I thought I was listening to an EUC documentary. And that's why, it just hit me like, hey, Vice, what's up, bro? Like, how long is it going to take for you guys to take notice of what's going on here? You have a new culture being birthed right here in front of you, and it's just as exciting as the street bike life culture. Now I understand dirt bikes, street bikes, way more popular, way easier to ride for most people, 2 wheels, handles, But, what we're doing with this EUC, and I'm not just speaking for me, I'm new to this whole thing. Like I said, I learned about EUCs in June. I bought my first EUC in July of last year, 2020. So that's how new to the sport I am. But it doesn't take someone being in the culture for many years to see where this is going, and having these outside publications coming in and helping us grow this scene even more. Granted, we're doing a good job just with the YouTube and promoting, and you got Fatimus, Fantanim. Anyway, there's a bunch of guys in this scene that are doing a hell of a job of pushing the culture forward, the lifestyle forward. And what I would like to do without getting any strikes or anything, because I'm a DJ, I like mixing things together. So I wanted to take a few clips from the actual dirt bike
Vice episode and put EUC video on top of it and just show you guys what I mean, because it's easy for me to just sit here and, you know, blah blah blah, but for you to really get, I mean, this guy was hitting so many points. And what struck me more so than anything, I just got finished watching EVX's Mikie and Chris's podcast, where they were just kind of going through the whole evolution of the PEV scene, and even before the PEVs came in, you know, with the bikes, just the whole scene in general, how it kind of just migrated into this EUC thing, and now these guys are doing EUC Polo, you know. And I was watching that, and then this episode from Vice popped up, and it just, like I said, like it's like they were echoing what Chris was saying in this video, almost word for word. And it's just one of those things where it's like, yo, Vice, like, you know, there's something growing right here, and it's not just limited to NYC by any means. You know, we have the UK, we have Australia, there's people all over the world. Kujiro's out in Japan, right? It's one of those things where it's like, well, I wonder how long it's gonna take, and maybe making this video will help just a little bit to get the idea in everyone else's head, like, hey man, we amongst this entire community, we have to know somebody at Vice or someone in that world of publication where, you know, send a reporter down and send a camera down and start getting shots of the Broadway bomb, or you know, just the EUC events, or meet those guys over at Kung Fu Tea and start doing some interviews, because that's basically the last push we need before this thing starts going global, and sponsors and corporations start looking at it like, oh, this could be something we can actually use. So, I mean, come on, it doesn't take a genius to figure having an EUC in you know, a Coca-Cola commercial or whatever. The foundation is already there for us. It's just that we need to shed a little bit more light, and we're doing a great job, like I said, with these YouTube videos. With Zenly's TikToks, I say him specifically because I see his TikToks all the time. Like, he's doing a phenomenal job of documenting part of what this culture is. And, you know, like I said, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that this is going to grow exponentially within the next few years. And the way that people treat us, when I can't go anywhere in my neighborhood, especially on the street, you know, without somebody stopping. Or if I go, like this morning, I went to go get lunch from the diner, and there's a long line there, and I come riding in with my EUC, and people are like, oh man, that's so, and these are older people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they're like, what is that? And, you know, Electric Unicycle. And, you know, and I had this one guy scream at me as I'm driving, like, dude, that's the future, you're riding the future. And I gave him a thumbs up as I'm going by. So it's not going to take long, and I think just everyone kind of in the community getting in the mindset, and I know it's not imperative, but we do want this sport to grow. We do want to see, you know, how far we can take this. And, you know, seeing Phantomus with his tricks, and, you know, it's like an X game setting that he's doing. I mean, come on, like Nitro Circus, we're right there. You know what I mean? Like, we're right there. So I just want to, you know, like I said, I don't know. I think I'm gonna throw it in right in the middle so you guys can see. I didn't want to throw it in the end. I already have a video clip at the end coming anyway. So let's just jump into this clip real quick of what I did. This is my mashup. And you can see, because I'm tired of just trying to just air myself out, trying to beat this, you know, this home. So let's jump into the clip, and then after that, we'll get back into some more issues, and we'll summarize after that. All right?
It's like the energy that New York brings you, man. That shit is like no other. It's just like how your adrenaline rushing, you know what I'm saying? You get hype. You just gotta know how to control yourself. You don't wanna do too much and bust your ass. So. Yeah, when you get to Times Square, you get to the Manhattan, you see people cheering you on, people from all over the world that never saw this in their life. You get what I'm saying? And they finally getting a chance, so that shit it's just like no feeling like no other, man.
Tonight is Friday night, so it's usually like a ride out. We ride into Times Square, we go through Harlem, Bronx, we ride through the whole city, we ride everywhere. Like the whole city comes out, we all connect, you know what I'm saying? it just makes me feel great. Like, that is my world, bro. They just see us as a bunch of gang members just all getting together and messing up traffic or making loud sounds. They just don't understand that this is an outlet for people to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Motivate the kids to do something positive than just hang around on the street. You get what I'm saying? Yes, we run lights sometimes. That's just part of what we do. But I stop the traffic. I make sure I'm like directing it right. I don't just run in front of a car. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna act like I'm a fucking angel or this thing is like an angel sport. But we trying to get to where we need to go with it. Because this is what I love. I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, this sport, you can't even think about getting hurt. If it comes with it, it's come with it. I believe in this, and I believe this is the next thing that's gonna take off.
When I'm on a bike, I'm with a whole bunch of people I never met before. And we're just hanging out like we was buddies our whole life. You get what I'm saying? It's just nothing but good vibes. It's like that bike really connects me with real people, you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And we come out, the whole city meet up at one spot, and then we just start turning up. We hit every barrel.
It's like a whole like stress reliever, you know, it's like you in your own zone, you know what I'm saying?
Free away from the world, bro.
Yeah, like, you know, nothing is bothering you. You know, you might be riding, you know, you might be wheeling, it might be dangerous, but you know, it's life, you know?
You're in control. That's it. Like you got all the power.
Right.
Nobody telling you nothing.
Nobody telling you.
Nothing at all. Whatever you're ready to do, you can do it.
But one of the things that I want to inspire with you as you get older and I leave the scene is understand your value and make a business out of understanding your value. That's the most important piece that I would like to share with everybody. And so understand your value and move on from that point on.
I thank God for putting me in the position he put me in. That shit just made me who I am today.
Okay, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope I don't get a strike from anybody. I'm definitely anybody's footage that I use from their channel. I will be linking their channel and the footage that I use in the description below, and I hope anyone doesn't get mad at me. I wasn't trying to use too much of anyone's specific clip because I don't want to be like I'm showing favoritism to one or the other. I just wanted to take the best clips that match the audio of what they were saying. So you know, I hope anybody doesn't get offended or because I didn't use their clip or anything like that. Anyway, let's get into my personal dilemma that I'm having right now. All right, so as you guys may know, I have a Ninebot Z6 and a Tesla V2. I also have a air wheel, but nobody cares about that, and that's my son's wheel right now. So anyway. I was currently in the process of upgrading my Z6. I got in contact with the guy who does the upgrade where basically you change out the firmware and you can upgrade the wheel speed significantly. And I've known about this for over a month now. My last videos I talked about this, and I knew I was going to do this upgrade. So I wasn't really in a rush to get a different wheel or anything like that, but unfortunately, I'm not able to do the upgrade because I have a passcode on my Z6, and for some reason, I do not know how to take this off. I even contacted Ninebot. I contacted a few people in the EUC forum who gave me some tips to try to see if I can get it off, and I was unsuccessful with that. So I was like I was talking to the guy that does the upgrade. I was about to send him his money and everything. And when I hooked it up and tried multiple times, I spent like maybe 3-4 hours trying to get this app to hook up to my Z. It just wouldn't work. So he was like, "Yeah, do you have a passcode on there?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, it's not going to work." So now I have myself in a bit of a pickle because my Z6 was my jumping wheel, my off-road wheel, my just all around kick-ass wheel. And the problem comes now when I was at the skate park the last time, when I was doing bonks on the pole. What happened was I was already getting close to the top speed before I hit the jump or hit the bonk. And then as I went airborne, the wheel hit its max speed. And as I landed, the wheel cut out. Now I didn't fall, thankfully. The other thing I like about the Z is that it the cutout is slow. It's not abrupt at all. Like, I knew the wheel was about to cut out and it gave me time, or maybe that's just my brain, whatever. I just knew it was about to cut out, so I jumped off. And then when I hit before I left, which was off camera, that actually was on camera. But when I was before I left the park, I was hitting a few more jumps, and again, I was maybe going too fast before I hit the jump, and as I'm airborne, the wheel cuts out again. I still didn't fall, but that really bothers me, because I'm like, all right, well, that's going to be a serious problem when I start hitting real jumps and actually getting some serious air. I don't want a wheel that's going to cut out from under me, because that's going to lead to some serious injury. So I was on the hunt since then for a either used, new, whatever wheel, and I had my eye on the Nikola Plus, which I found on eBay for about $1,400, which is a great price in my opinion. And I also was hunting for a King Song 16X because of the way I seen that perform at the Wheel Life Rally. And I think 30 miles an hour, 28 miles or whatever, if either it's the X or the XS, I think that's a little bit better, decent for, because I'm not doing any major jumps right now. I'm not jumping over, you know, huge hills or anything like that, where while I'll be in the air so long that I'll hit that max speed. I just want to be able to take my jumping to the next level without a cutout. While talking to other people and whatnot, and then watching Black Cobra's live event from a week ago, Mikie chimed in, because I was, I said, I mentioned in the live stream that I was looking for a 16X. Mikie chimed in and basically was telling people, hey, hold off, new wheels are coming this spring. So, and I think he said a new Emotion wheel is coming. And I really also have my mindset on the Emotion V11. Cobra let me ride it at the Wheel Life Rally event, and I immediately fell in love with that thing. The height, you feel like I'm already 6'2", so on that thing, it's just like I'm a giant, and it was just such a smooth, when you get on it, how the shocks work. I fell in love with it immediately. But also, EUC Vibes let me try his RS, and I'm not gonna lie, when I got on that thing, I was like, ooh, this feels very smooth too, but it's a Gotway. And with all that's been going on with Gotway recently, and then watching Sang's, or Sean, however you want to say his name, I watched his video just the other day about his review on Gotway wheels, and it was so damning. It's like, you're kind of foolish, in my opinion, to go out and buy a Gotway right now with all the problems that are going on, even if you're buying an older Gotway that doesn't really have, or doesn't have the history of having that many problems. And then as I say that, I see a lot of videos of the Nikola on fire as well. So I'm in a bit of a pickle, because it's now February, my birthday's in another week. I promised myself I was gonna buy myself a new wheel for my birthday, but by the way things are looking, it doesn't really seem like that's gonna happen. And then more importantly, should it happen right now? I mean, like I said, it's cold, so I'm not out every single day like I would be, in the spring, summer season. But if it were springtime, I would be at that skate park at least 3 times a week. And I can't progress to the next level with the speed of the Z. Now everyone's saying, well, you do have a Tesla, and I did do the tire change on a Tesla, and the Tesla rides way better than it did before the tire change. But I don't feel comfortable at all jumping on my Tesla, and not jumping to the way that I was doing with the Z. Now, hopping curves, hopping off curves, that's different. But literally getting airborne on that Tesla, I don't feel comfortable. In my heart, my soul, I don't feel it. You know what I mean? So if I don't feel it in there, I don't even attempt it. Now, I don't know if anybody else has any experience jumping with the Tesla or using the Tesla as a trick wheel. Actually, Patra or Crystal Rider, she's probably one of the few people I've seen riding a Tesla at the skate park and stuff like that. But I haven't had a chance to even get in contact with her and ask her, has she ever jumped a Tesla? So that's my problem right now. Is like, and even I've tried to find used wheels right now, but I found a MSP in Brooklyn for $1,500. I found an MSX in Brooklyn for $1,400. I've came across a few wheels in the past few weeks, mostly in Brooklyn, for a fairly reasonable price. Even an S18 I found, he wants to meet in Central Park, but I think he's living in Brooklyn as well, and he wanted $15.99 for that, and which is all within my price range because I didn't want to pay $2,000. I didn't want to go over $2,000 for a new wheel, but at the same time, it's just February. Now, if I go and buy a new wheel or a used wheel, well, the other problem is also these wheels are used and they're out of warranty. So you're throwing out a big chunk of change for a wheel that has maybe, 1,800 miles to 3,000 miles on it. And who's to say how long that wheel is going to last you, especially if you're going to be using that wheel as a jumping, rugged wheel. You're going to be putting it through its paces, So that's my serious problem is like, do I spend the money now, get a wheel just so I can progress my skill before the summertime gets here, which is very important to me. I need to catch up. And I know people are like, you don't need to catch up, but in my head, I know my potential and what I'm capable of doing. And if I had, that's why I was looking for an indoor place to ride. If I had a place to ride indoor right now, I would be miles ahead of where I am now, just because I'm limited to good weather in order to go outside and ride. In upstate New York, it is not like New York City. If New York City is 40 degrees, we're 20. That's just how it is. So it makes it really uncomfortable to go out and ride. Like even this video, I was freezing my ass off. So I'm coming to you guys, and I would like some help in the comment section. What do you guys think? Because do I go and I don't do the Affirm Pay thing. I like to pay for my wheels outright. It just makes it's more of a peace of mind for me. And I don't like paying interest charges and all this stuff. It's just by the wheel. So if I go and spend $1,500 now, it kind of almost pushes me out of the league of getting a new wheel when a new wheel drops in spring or summer. Now, I'm sure the wheels that are coming out are going to be way over $2,000 for sure. But in my heart, I can't really justify spending $1,500-$1,600 right now and then turning around in summertime to get a new wheel. So I'm just really stuck on what I should do, because at the end of the day, I want to get back to jumping. I want to get back to doing more off-roading. And like I said, I can do that with the Z to a certain extent. Now that, like I said, I'm comfortable hitting these jumps at certain speeds, I'm cutting out. And I don't want to risk a cutout. I don't want to risk hurting myself. And that's why I don't think the Tesla is going to be a good candidate to continue my extreme riding techniques with. So, and then if I do decide to get a wheel out of these three wheels, out of the Nikola Plus, out of the MSX or the MSP, which one of those should I get? Which one of those are better for what I'm trying to do? I already have my Tesla for my city rides, going to the store, getting groceries and stuff like that. So I use that, and I'm not in it for speed. I'm just need that top end to keep me protected from busting my A. So I'm coming to you guys. Feel free to fill the comment section up with your thoughts of what you think, your experiences with any of those wheels, and also with the 16X. I've been I was this close to getting a 16X. I found a guy in Denver that was selling one, but it was the 16XS, and for the price he was asking, if it was a 16X, I would have paid for it right then and there. But for the 16S, I was like, I don't know. And Cobra already has his 16X designated. He's selling it to somebody, so I can't buy his as much as I would like to. So that's my situation. That's what's going on right now. And I need some help. I need some help from the community. I chime in, please. Even the trolls, chime in and tell me how dumb I am. I'm cool with it. I get it now. So, but I'm stuck. I'm stuck at a crossroads. I really don't know what to do. And every night I'm sitting in a marketplace and I'm finding wheels all over the place. Even a Monster. I found a Monster V2 or I found both. I found a V2 and a V3. And I love the Monster. And the Monster was, I think it was like $1,800 the guy wanted, but again, it's a used wheel without warranty. That scares me. My Tesla I bought off eBay with no warranty. So this time around, I kind of want to go through e-wheels if I'm buying a brand new wheel for sure, so I can have that peace of mind. God forbid something happens. When my Tesla showed up, it had a problem. I had to fix it. I was on my own. So yeah, I need you guys' help seriously, because like I'm really like this is like an eternal war that's going on right now. Do I drop the money right now, just cop a wheel just to cop it to keep my skills progressing forward while I wait for the new wheel to drop, or do I just put everything on hold, which sounds stupid and not cool, but it's reasonable to put everything on hold and wait for the new wheels to come out, and then you can make a better decision. I don't know. Or maybe I just cop a used wheel and sell my old wheels. I don't know. I really don't know. And my son wants my Z anyway, so I'm never selling the Z ever. That thing's gonna die here. It's not gonna go into anybody else's possession. Like I said, my son that's his graduation wheel from the Air wheel. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of my dilemma right there. And like I said, I need some help. So feel free to chime in and let me know what you guys think. Okay, and lastly, gotta be careful about how I say this, but for the guys in the community that are selling merch and stuff like that, which is cool. I think it's, whatever, I'm not basically here to sell merch. Like, I have my own cups and stuff, and I don't even put it on the channel because I don't want people to think I'm selling anything, and I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. But props to anybody who do sell their merch and stuff like that. I get it and I understand it. But one thing I will say is, if for the guys that are selling merch, if you have a new writer or somebody who's commenting on your page and telling you how awesome your content is, and your comeback is, yeah, cool, buy my merch, it's almost 100% chance I'm not gonna buy your merch just by the way you responded. Like, I get it, I understand there's a lot of people, they comment and people don't have time to respond to each and every single person. But if that's the case, then just don't respond. But if you are going to respond, don't give a half-assed response where you're kind of like blowing the person off, and then basically you're just following up with, yeah, that's cool, man, buy my merch. That's just a dick thing to do. And maybe it's just me, maybe the way I'm looking at it, but it just doesn't invite people to want to come and spend money with you when you don't even necessarily care about what they're saying. You're just, oh, this is just a new customer to sell to. And I understand when you're in business, everyone's just thinking with that business mindset and money, 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 money. But if I'm, or anybody, not just me, but anybody's doing that and taking the time to appreciate you and give you some love, don't be a dick, man. Please. Like, I know it's hard. I know you got a lot of comments to go through, and you're probably pressed for time, but just be a little bit more mindful with your response, because like I said, if you're one of the guys doing that, I'm definitely not buying your stuff, and I'm sure a lot of other people will feel that way too. I'm sure I'm not the only one. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It is super cold in upstate New York, so there's going to be a break in these videos until the weather gets better, and we have a snowstorm. Maybe I'll get out and do another snow video though, because I love doing those. But if you see, the channel kind of slowing down, there's nothing wrong or anything. It's just, it's super cold, and I don't want to go out there and kill my battery or come back with frostbitten limbs. So, peace.
Our men and women are getting ready to play Heads Up, a fast-paced game where players try to get their teammate to guess the word on the tablet without saying the word itself. Maybe it's easier to understand if you watch one round first. With the new Mr. Vegas, comedian George Wallace.
I think I'm ready.
Mr. Wallace.
Dr. Wallace, don't you feel better since you're knowing me? Bam, let's hit it. Hey, what I'm talking about, You go to
Robert De Niro, New York accent, gangster.
You go
Brooklyn.
Bam. Donald Duck.
Huh?
Who's before Donald Duck?
Bugs Bunny.
You stupid idiot.
Daffy Duck.
Who's down in Orlando, Florida at Disney World? Who's known? With the ears?
Minnie Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
Well, to win at Heads Up, our players will need exceptional focus and an ability to recall many details to quickly describe and guess the clues.
Pass.
So who do you think will win this final gender war? The focused men or the descriptive women?
I have great confidence.
No question. Let's play Heads Up.
Cheese. Oh, mouse.
Yes. He's superhero, the Dark Knight.
Bat.
Yes.
Shark.
He has 4 legs in Africa.
A rhino.
Yes.
So, after 4 rounds for our teams, which gender came out on top?
The winner, the females.
Looks like the women may have used their highly descriptive brains to win this challenge.